second time today I'm doing a live. What's going on? I don't think this has ever happened before in the pod, to be fair. So here we go. Yeah. Gasapi has just hit the nail right on the head. Buckle up. Because unless you're living under Bedra Duramiu, and you're in Cyprus, Neil Lennon is the new Omonoia manager. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Well, I do know what to say. It was a figure of speech. I do know what to say. I'm absolutely stunned. I'm stunned. And I'll tell you why I'm stunned. We've gone from a head coach that won back-to-back titles. All right, he's had a bad season. He lost his job. To a guy who, okay, he's won the SPL a few times. 5 times, was it? 5 times? Not sure. I don't know. I haven't been reading up on this guy. My phone is popping off. Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp. It's been absolutely crazy. Okay, so we got Neil Lennon now. And I'm not going to lie, boys and girls. I am very, very deflated. I'm not excited about this at all. And this isn't conjecture. These are facts. British coaches in Cyprus do not do well. Andrea says here, I saw a legend with 10 trophies in 2 spells, last 16 of the Champions League. Well, hey, how long ago was that? That's the first question. Because football progresses. And if you're going to keep talking about the past, let's dig up all the other stuff in the past. But hey, listen, it is what it is. Lennon signed till 2024. And whether we like it or not, we're going to have to back the guy. I'm not going to, go back on what I said on the other podcast the other day. And I distinctly remember saying, regardless of who comes in, we need to be supportive. We need to back them because it's going to be a very, very difficult job. So this is what we're going to do in this podcast. We're going to back the manager because that is the done thing to do. You're not going to hear me on every podcast from now until he loses his job saying, Lennon out, he's shit, he's rubbish. Because when Henning Berg was going through a difficult phase, we were saying, give him the opportunity. Give him the opportunity. I said, the manager that comes in is going to be given ample opportunities to do what he needs to do because the powers that be that brought him in, it's on their watch. I will be very surprised if he leaves the job before the end of his contract. I'll be very surprised on that basis. Because even if results aren't great, if they see progress, if they see that he's towing the line, doing as they expected him to, then you'll be safe. I'm not happy with the appointment, but I've got to grin and bear it, but like the rest of us, like the rest of the fans. It is what it is. He's our manager now. So we got to back him, whether we like it or not. Brexit managers don't work in Cyprus. Man, fucking hell. I'm not sure. So yeah. There's no chance this guy stays here. I'll give him 6 months. Exi minutes, Exi. You give him that.
Και η μπάλα ξεκίνεται στο γήπεδο, πλησιάζει την περιοχή και... Κατέβασε και εσύ το Bet On Alfa app και μην χάσεις ούτε ένα γκολ. Bet On Alfa. Ανεβήκαμε κατηγορία.
Edo, here we go. Here we go. The fucking managerial merry-go-round continues at this club of ours. You fucking love to see it, don't you? Jesus Christ. Welcome to No Choftes. Fuck Andropi. Roy, Chris, how you guys doing, boys?
Καλησπέρα, παιδιά. Καλησπέρα σε όσους μαζί μας. Stell, Chris, what's up, boys?
Been better. Yesterday was a bit of a shock. Not that I didn't expect it to happen, but I didn't expect it to happen that fast.
Every woman I've ever been with has said the same thing. Jesus Christ, you lot. Jesus. Okay, so let's get this straight, right? We brought in Neil Lennon in February. This is some weird fucking. Look at this. Like I can't even. I'm disappearing. Like, it's because I'm at my mum and dad's house and like there's some shit in the background, and I don't want fucking people to see. I don't want people to see. I want people to see what's in the background. It's a fucking gadasta scene. So yeah, man. So let's get this straight. We brought in Neil Lennon. Fucking hell, man. We expected him to bring us some success. We got the Gibberla, didn't we? And then it just went downhill. So where did it go wrong? Boys?
Well, okay. If I may start.
Well, you talk. I just need to pop out 2 seconds. 1 minute.
Okay, Chris, do you wanna start since you might not be on the pod for too long?
Well, okay, let's take it back a little bit. All right. When the rumors were actually going around about Neil Lennon possibly being our manager, me and Stel shit the bricks in the group. We kind of knew what was going to happen. We weren't too excited about that appointment. Cut a long story short, Lennon was appointed. What did we expect? Since he's won a lot in the past, winning mentality, some motivation, a lot of pressing. I believe we did see a bit of high pressing, motivation, good football towards the beginning of his reign. I feel like we didn't see much of it lately. And cut a long story short, Roy, I knew it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about you, but I knew this wasn't going to be a long run, especially με τα αποτελέσματα τελευταία. And I said this yesterday, and μπορούσα να πω πας στο pod, αλλά από το που Δευτέρα, και είπα στο σε εσάς, Lennon should not be the scapegoat. He's as much to blame as the players. If the results are not coming, you're obviously doing something wrong, mate, and you're going to get sacked. And that's what happened yesterday. What do you think, Roy? What do you think? I'm a bit upset επειδή νόμιζα ξεπεράσαμε λίγο τούτην τη φάση που θκιόχνουμε και φέρνουμε, but it was something that had to be done. Να μου νομίζεις, Roy.
Okay. Εχθές έκαναμε ένα pod με τον Μάκη και την ώρα του press conference λίγο μετά ανακοινώθηκε η διακοπή της συνεργασίας με τον Lennon. I can say that in a sense I wasn't shocked, but I might have been a little bit surprised because I knew that already a percentage of the fans started doubting the ability that Lennon might have had to turn things around. And I also had some information that people from the EGC, he had some people who weren't really big fans of them. So I knew for a fact that it was a matter of time. When Stel asked or recommended we had a pod late last night, I asked him to wait till today because I wanted to clear some things in my head, try and find out some more things about the reasons Lennon was sacked last night. And amongst the things I found out is that it was a decision that was being taken not last night. So it's been swirling in their minds for quite some time now. I don't know precisely how long, but it's been there. And even though generally speaking, I would like to see managers stay for a longer period of time in the clubs. This is a more general statement. It's not specific about Lennon, because yesterday was the 7th week of the league, and already 8 players or 8 managers were sacked. So that shows a little bit about how we do things here in Cyprus. You know, you don't even have a grace period. And that's one of the reasons that worries me, because if you're a serious professional or a manager and someone approaches you, the first thing you're going to do is ask about where you're going. And even though Omonoia has become a more attractive destination and has improved in different aspects, when a manager is offered the job, he's gonna turn around and look, okay, what's going on there, as πούμε. But in any case, I'm gonna agree with you guys in what sense. When Neil Lennon came in, I expected some things like the ones you mentioned. Winning mentality, good man management, help the psychology go up, maybe a little bit more high press, aggressive mentality, because even if people try and underestimate what he has achieved in Celtic, because they're going to say, oh, in Scotland there's only 2 teams and sometimes it's just one, you know, you do build a winning mentality, and you do have titles under your belt. I had some doubts because of the school he came from, but at the same time, as soon as we signed him as a manager, I said that we have to back him and back the players and give him the chance. As I mentioned, I personally would have given him a bit more time, but at the same time, is what I said yesterday with Magis, is everyone agrees, whether you're a supporter of Lennon or not, that there's a problem. Now, the way you approach and you want to deal with the problem is something different. So, for example, there's 3 of us here. Ο ένας μπορεί να λαλεί, ο Lennon έπρεπε να φύγει από τελικό πέρσι, ο άλλος μπορεί να πει, έπρεπε να έρθει καν, άλλος μπορεί να πει, έπρεπε να δώσουμε άλλο couple of games opportunity. Someone else might say, if we got disqualified from Europe, maybe he had the time to show. But the bottom line is that, you know, for those that matters and those who decide what they're going to do, the sample was more than enough. And there's obviously other reasons other than the appearances and the results. It's not just that. I'm going to stick to that. I don't want to get into more details about, you know, things I found out today.
Right, there's a lot of people that put in the comments about Valtas. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his surname. I have no idea who the guy is. Can someone fill me in a little bit?
Fuck
Is he any good? Or...
Eto.
Punto lali.
Fuck knows. He's a Lithuanian head coach that's at Hajduk Split. That's all I can get.
There's definitely going to be a lot of ονοματολογία, δηλαδή ονόματα να θέλεις, δηλαδή είναι ευκαιρία και στους managers να πλασάρουν τα ονόματα τους. If we stick to what Andreas said today, he said that they're trying to find someone an age where he's young-ish, let's say. That sort of limits some of the choices. So if this guy's like 60 years old, if I'm not mistaken, the guy you mentioned, I don't think he's going to be ένας που γίνους που είναι ανυποψηφοί, αλλά ναι, υπάρχει λίστα, δηλαδή άμα μπεις στα websites να δεις δεκάδες ονόματα που παίζουν κάποια λιότερον...
Yeah. Right. Listen, Dambrauskas was part of Man United's youth coaching team. He was at Fulham. He was at Brentford. He then moved to Ludogorets. He moved to Hajduk Split. He's got a decent CV. He's won quite a lot of trophies. But again, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, listen, let's start from scratch here, yeah? Because, you know, Lennon came in and I was very skeptical. Yeah, but I thought, let's give him a chance. Yeah, let's give him a chance. And he won the cup, which is what I'm expecting him to have won. We said that. That's the minimum. We needed to get into Europe, and the only way to do it was to win the cup, which is what he did. But if you look at the results since the beginning of the season, right? We lost to Apollon in the Super Cup. Yeah, we lost our Grida. All right, we beat Ghent, right? And we beat Paralimni and AEK. Everyone else we fucking lost to. I mean, that's 4 wins out of how many games this season?
7.
7.
You mean including European games?
Including European, including...
We played Ghent twice and then we played 4. 6 και 7, 13, Super Cup 14, 7, 6, yeah, so 14 games maybe.
4 wins.
Yeah.
4 wins in 14.
Yeah,
That's sackable. That's sackable.
yeah.
I'm
Definitely
sorry.
is. Definitely is.
And you know what, right? And I'm just gonna fucking say it, because from the conversations I've had with people that know players at the club, I knew about the issues weeks ago. I knew about Lennon's treatment of players. I know how he was lambasting players on and off the pitch, even if the result was good, right? I don't know what happened between winning the cup to now. Because don't forget, this is a short window of how the attitudes and mentality have changed. We won the cup. He was in front of the fans at the Ghazi B. We were singing his name. Beautiful, wonderful. And then all of a sudden, he's gone from this motivational guy getting the best out of Loizo to this demonic person that a lot of people within the club didn't like. So what happened? Now, I know full well, having spoken to people that are still in the management game in the UK, that this guy is a fucking ticking time bomb. Yeah? All right, I'm not going to talk about his personal life because whatever, it is what it is, right? But this was always going to happen. It may not have happened now, it might have happened in 4 or 5 months' time. But I'll tell you what, credit to the owners or whoever made the decision for pulling the trigger now when it's not too late. Remember last season when Berg was sacked? He was sacked when it was too late. Now it's not too late. But at the same time, going back to the video I did at the beginning, and before I continue, shout out to Bet On Alfa for sponsoring this pod. Visit betonalfa.co.com.cy. I don't know what odds they got for the next Omonoia manager, but check them out. They might have some decent odds. Fuck those. See, I've got that one in there. But, you know, I say credit to them for sacking him, but they also need to fucking take the hit as well, the people that made the decision to bring him in.
Absolutely should.
They signed him up until 2024. So they've paid him out until 2024. It isn't mutual consent. They've sacked him. He hasn't walked. Yep. They've sacked him. So I don't know how much he was on. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, $500,000 a year. Yeah? He signed for 2 years. He hasn't even done half a fucking year. So they're paying him, what? How much? 750K? Let's say $500,000. That's $500,000 out of the club's money. For this clusterfuck. Honestly.
It's mistake over mistake over mistake, man.
What, but do they learn? This is what
they
I'm
never
saying. Do they learn?
No, they're not, clearly.
You said before, yeah, that you're tired of us sacking managers and that kind of stuff. But this is this is football in general now. Yeah, I told you in the WhatsApp group, Guardiola and Klopp are the only managers that are safe right now, and perhaps Antonio Conte in the world. You can maybe talk about the Milan head coach as well, because he won on the title, or maybe in the Napoli head coach because they're doing well. But in terms of managers that are safe, 4 or 5 in the world are safe in their jobs right at this moment in time. You ain't going to see a manager staying longer than 4 or 5 years at a club unless they're really successful. Yeah? So we need to forget this whole, we need a manager that's going to be here 4 or 5 seasons, 7, 8 seasons. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, bro, right now, like, we need to make the managerial decision, and it needs to happen ASAP, because we can't go into the Buffalo game with a caretaker or an interim manager. We need this decision now. Yeah. I don't want to be seeing like, oh, you know, we're still talking like what we did in the summer. Oh, sorry, before when Berg left, Van den Brom came to Cyprus. He had a Govenda with them, and then they sent him home because he didn't want the job now. He wanted it at the end of the season. You know, how many managers were we linked with? Yeah, how many? And then fucking they bring in Lennon. Answer the phone. Fuck's sake, man.
Ubellane.
Was this what happens when I'm at my parents' house? They're fucking Yeti, man. Like, they take about 15 minutes to answer the telephone. And it's like, hello? Hello? And that's just my mum talking to herself.
Oh my God, man. I'm going to clip this.
But this is what I'm saying. This shit, people need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable now, yeah? And I'll tell you this, right? It's also on the players as well. This is also on the players because I didn't do the pod with you guys yesterday, yeah? But in the 25 minutes that we had or the 20 minutes we had yesterday, we had enough opportunities, be it half chances, to get a goal. There are certain players that are half-assed, one of them in particular, who I'm not going to name, but you know, Chris, I even said, it wouldn't surprise me if he's getting a brown envelope, the way that he's playing lately. Yeah? Speaking of brown envelopes, right?
Do we dare mention the name?
No. But speaking of brown envelopes, right? It wouldn't surprise me if someone got a brown envelope to get fucking Barker in. You're bringing him on in the 91st minute. In the 91st minute, you're bringing him on. So is he getting paid for an appearance as well?
Clearly.
Το λοιπόν, πολλά σωστά ο Στέλ αναφέρει ότι πρέπει να... Εν μπορεί να φταίει έναν άτομο, ρε. Όπως λαλούμε για μια ομάδα, να πούμε, ότι ξέρεις, αν ήταν τούτος, αν ήταν ο άλλος, αν μεν έπαιζεν το άλλος, είμαστε μια ομάδα. Και ένα πράγμα που πρέπει να αναφέρουμε είναι ότι η Ομόνοια τα καλύτερα χρόνια της, ίσως και στην ιστορία της που έπαιμπεν και υγεία, ήταν οι πρώτες 2 χρονιές με Μπέρκ, Λάρκου, Σίμον, Χαραλαμπίδη, Σοκολόφσκι, Παπαδάκη, ο Γρηγόρης σε έναν άλλο ρόλο. Και φάνηκε ξεκάθαρο ότι το μοντέλο δουλεύει στην Ομόνοια. Και για που επιστέψαμε ότι we're starting something new and we're going back on the winning ways, I don't want this to be the exception of the rule, you know? Because it seems to me like we're going back to our old ways. And I want to ask a question. Who knows his football in the club at the moment to make these decisions? Δηλαδή η Ομόνοια αυτή τη στιγμή θεωρώ ότι πρέπει να δυναμώσει πολλά με ανθρώπους που ξέρουν που ποδόσφαιρο. Πρέπει να φέρουμε ανθρώπους. Ακούστηκε ότι
That's not my phone. That's not my phone.
That's someone calling my daughter on the computer. Αλλά ναι, εγώ θεωρώ ότι πρέπει να γεμώσει η Ομόνοια με ανθρώπους που καταλάβουν που μπάλα και να τους αφήσουν να δουλέψουν και να χτίσουν την ομάδα από την αρχή. Τον που λαούσαμε πριν. Δεν ξέρω να βάλω μπράβο. Πρέπει να πάμε σε ένα... Δηλαδή, να κλέψω κάτι που έγραψε και ένας φίλος. Πρέπει να θεωρούμε το δάσος και όχι το δέντρο. Τώρα ο Lennon είναι ένα δέντρο μες τούτον το δάσος. What's going on?
Παιδιά, εγώ είπα τότε που τη μέρα που έφυγε ο Λάρκου that's gonna hurt us in the long term. No matter what happened at the end, bro, when he was there, and again, βαρκούμε να μιλώ για το past, but όπως είπες και εσύ, ρε φίλε, που ήταν και με τον Μπέκ, και ο Λάρκου, και ο ένας και ο άλλος δουλεύκα, ρε φίλε. Μόλις εμπήκαν άλλα άτομα σε άλλες θέσεις, ρε φίλε, you saw the decline, you see that they don't really know what they're doing. And it's a goddamn truth. You gotta fucking bring people in those positions that know what they're gonna do.
Let's get this straight, yeah? Let's get this straight. The next guy that comes in, right? We said this before. The next guy that needs to come in, that needs to be a man manager, great motivator. He needs to have tactical nous. That's standard for a manager. That's standard. Yeah? Especially these days. Especially now, where the league is progressing and there are better managers in this league. Anorthosi have got a top manager. A top manager. Yeah? We need to find someone at that level, if not better. Yeah? Gadala is doing well at Abolon. I know they got walloped at the weekend. But he's doing okay. And this is a guy whose first managerial job was last season with Ahhhh. Yeah? So there are levels. And the next person that comes in is going to look at this squad. And I'll tell you this from now. I promise you, from the first training session, he's going to look at these players and he's going to say, he ain't good enough. He ain't fit. He doesn't run. He looks like he's getting bribed. I'm telling you. But this is a big decision for the powers that be to make. Because I said it before, we don't really need a sporting director, right? And you know what? At the time, I believed it. But now, I don't think any sporting director would like to come to this club, knowing the way that some people are running it. Face facts. Is it? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like this, but could Jordi help in any sort of way?
Who's bringing up the comments?
Roy.
Oh, Roy's bringing them up. Okay. I wonder why he got so quiet.
Damn.
Well, yeah. So, okay. Let's talk about potential candidates then. So, one that was sent to me earlier was hang on, let me bring it up.
How many people are watching us?
Franco Foda. Does that name ring a bell? That's a name that was brought up. He's a German manager. He's at FC Zurich. So I got on the phone to a friend of mine in Switzerland and asked him, what about this Foda guy? He goes, don't bother. He's a shit man manager. A lot of his players don't like him. He was underwhelming for the Austrian national team. He's having a disastrous time at FC Zurich. His contract runs out in 2024. Don't touch him.
Next.
Someone messaged me earlier today. Ogatos. No fucking chance.
No way.
No fucking chance. Don't even think about it. Honestly. There's this Polish guy that was in, what's it called? What was it? Thema?
Yeah.
The Polish guy that was at Lech Poznan or whatever, 60 years old. What the fuck are we doing with a 60-year-old? Do you know what I mean? Honestly, like, all these names are going to be thrown at us, and obviously we don't know, but I will tell you this for now. I promise you guys, everyone that's watching this now, whoever they're going to bring in, they've spoken to them weeks ago. They spoke to them weeks ago. Because they don't just sack a manager without having a plan. They don't. Regardless of what state the club is in, they always have a man. They always have someone there, right? They always have someone in mind.
Stel and Roy, you knowing names, who could you say is a name you could bring in, confidently say that, you know what, if we're able to reach the money demands, let's say we announce that guy, you can be confident and say, you know what, this guy's going to do something. From your guys' experience, managers-wise, who do you think can come in and do that job from the names that are playing at the moment? You know it a little bit more still, background-wise.
Maggie in the group chat mentioned Gorbaran. I would have him.
Ex-Olympiacos, right?
Yeah, I'd have him.
Wasn't
100%.
given a lot of time at Olympiacos.
No. I'd have him. But for me, my expectations are high. My expectations are very high. So,
What about the ex-Huddersfield manager?
That's him.
And Dudos.
Oh, you mean Wagner? Wagner,
Yeah.
the German. Yeah, him. He'd be a good one.
I sent you guys a link on the group.
Sorry, Roy.
With the
Nikolic won't come. Nikolic won't come. He's had offers elsewhere, and he wants at least $1.5 million a year. We ain't gonna pay that for a manager.
Έστειλα σε ένα link με διάφορα ονόματα που αν θέλετε να βοηθήσει τη συζήτηση αν είναι απλά για κουβέντες. Εγώ επαναλαμβάνω ότι θεωρώ ότι η Ομόνοια πρέπει να πάει πίσω σε ένα μοντέλο που να έχει specialization και division of labor και να αποφασίσει τι θέλει να κάνει πλέον σαν οργανισμός. Δηλαδή, how do they want to approach not just the rest of this season, but the future. Πρέπει να έχουν έναν όραμα. Να βγουν και να πούν ότι okay, we fucked up or whatever, but με τον τρόπο θέλω να πορευτούμε. Και έχει διαφορά το μοντέλο και διαφορά τα άτομα. Δηλαδή, you have to stick to a model. Και να έχεις έναν πλάνο που είναι ένα μακροπρόθεσμο. It's going to be a long-term plan. And then if you need to change the names or the faces, but you stick to your plan. This is what I'm saying. You can't. Δηλαδή, εγώ λαλούν τους το ένα παράδειγμα. Σαν τώρα εμένα να μου δώσει έναν blank check and he's telling me, you know, I want to open up a restaurant and you can do whatever you want. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to open up a Chinese restaurant and I bring Chinese chefs and I, you know, φέρνω τα ούλα, τα πράγματα, κάνω το, διαμορφώνω χώρο μου για κινέζικο εστιατόριο και ύστερα θκιόχνουμε και φέρνω άλλον και λέω καμή ταβέρνα. Είναι έτσι ρε φίλε. Πρέπει να πεις είναι που θέλεις. Πρέπει να έχεις έναν πλάνο. Να πεις θέλω να δουλεύω μέσα ακαδημίες, θέλω να παίζω επιθετικό ποδόσφαιρο, θέλω να παίζω πάνω κάτω τούτο το σύστημα. Έχω την απέτηση ότι θέλω να αγοράζω και να πουλώ παίχτες, ας πούμε. Θέλω να κάθε, ξέρω εγώ, 2-3 χρόνια να φεύγει ένα-δυο παίχτες στις ακαδημίες μου. Θέλω να προωθούνται το... Και να έχει άτομα που ξέρουν το πράγμα. Και είπαμε το και άλλη φορά. Η Πάφος σηκώνει το τηλέφωνο ο Μεντιέτα. Και πιάνει τηλέφωνο ο Μεντιέτα ρε φίλε και λέει του έλα δαμέ στην ομάδα μου. Ενώ Μεντιέτα ρε φίλε. Εμείς είμαστε η Ομονία γιατί δεν έχουμε έναν άτομο σαν τούτο.
Exactly, bro.
Να σου ανοίξει πόρτες, να σου ανοίξει να έχει connections, να έχει διασυνδέσεις, να μπορεί να πει μια-δυο κουβέντες and you have to stick to a plan. You can't be changing your plans.
Έναν απλό πράγμα σαν ένα sporting director with a name, bro, έναν αρχιδάτος. Just like you said, ρε φίλα, σε πιάνει ο Μεντιέτα, έλα ρε κουμπάρε, να έρθεις στην Πάφο, είμαι ο Μεντιέτα. Ναι, Μεντιέτα, έρχομαι. Πότε θέλεις να έρθω? It's that simple. It works.
But Mendieta got the job because he's mates with Salgado, and Salgado was part of the club. Come on, man. It's all the links, bruv. It's all the links.
That's what I'm saying. We're saying exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, yeah, which links do we have? Yeah, think about it really and truly, right? If you want to talk about links, right? Okay, so we know who represents a couple players in Cyprus, Roy. Yeah, one of them plays at Omonoia, right? He's got links, but a certain someone won't talk to him, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right,
Yeah?
man. You're right.
There was a little Argentinian player that we had on loan last season, right? And we were trying to help get that over the line, and sorry, we were trying to encourage the club to get it over the line, to get him on loan for another season. And we bought fucking Barca, right? The person that represents him, he's got links all over the place, but do they do business with him? That's what I'm talking about. It goes back to the bureaucracy. It goes back to the nepotism. I don't know what the Greek word is for nepotism, sorry, right? But it's not what you know, it's who you know, okay? And that's what it is. They're going to get a guy that they know, that's safe, that will say yes, no, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir. That's what it is. Yeah? That's it.
So it goes back to what Chris asked earlier. For me, it doesn't matter who's going to be the manager if you don't back him up and you don't bring other people around him to support him. The managerial system, I don't think a managerial system works, even though it might simplify things. Because, for example, last year, when Berg was there and Larko was there and, you know, whatever, you wouldn't know who to blame. Like, for one player, for example, you hear 3 different scenarios about who was to blame. Γιατί δεν ήρθε ένας παίχτης, δεν έθελε ο Λάρκου, δεν τον έθελε ο Μπέρκ, δεν έπαιρνε ο Γρηγόρη, δεν τον έθελε ο Παπασταύρου. On the one hand, αν έχεις έναν manager, που είναι το αγγλικό μοντέλο, ας πούμε, που θέλουν να κάνουν με τον Lennon, it simplifies. Όχι που ήταν ο Κετσπάιας στην ανόρθωση. Κίνος παπάς και ως τατάς. Θέλω τους τίτους, σε τους τούτους, δεν έχω να δουλέψω με κανέναν άλλο. Αλλά η Ομόνοια τη δεδομένη στιγμή χρειάζεται, για να μεγαλώσει, χρειάζεται professionals και experts who know football and they know it from a different perspective που το Κυπριακό. Αν θέλεις να μεγαλώσεις, δεν μεγαλώνεις μες στην Κύπρο. Πρέπει να φέρεις άτομα που να σε κάνουν ακόμα πιο μεγάλο που είσαι και να σωνώσεις λεφτά στις υποδομές σου. Να έχεις έναν όραμα, να έχεις ένα long-term vision and stick to it through thick and thin. Like I said, people can change, faces can change. Αλλά το όραμα σου πρέπει να μείνεις και για μέ.
Τώρα να μου να γίνει, ρε φίλε. Τώρα να μου να γίνει. Do you actually think they're not going to rush into bringing just a manager just for the sake και να δει να μου να γίνει, πώς έγινε με ο Lennon?
Φίλε,
I think that's the biggest fear, I believe. That's the biggest fear.
Εγώ θεωρώ ότι είναι να φέρουν. Κοίτα, οι διαπραγματεύσεις, κακά τα ψέματα, μπορεί να ξέρετε και εσείς ότι μπορεί την τελευταία στιγμή να αλλάξει κάτι. Αλλά ο στόχος και ο σκοπός εννοείται ότι θέλουν να φέρουν έναν σχετικά γλύωρα. Υπάρχει κάποια ονόματα που εξεχωρίσασαν, όπως είπαμε και πριν, είναι χτες που έγινε η κουβέντα για τον Lennon, οπότε θέλω να πιστεύω ότι η συζήτηση έγινε και που λίγο πιο πριν. Αλλά εντάξει ρε φίλε, πρέπει να βλέπουμε και short term και μέσον και μακροπρόθεσμα, μεσοπρόθεσμα και μακροπρόθεσμα κάποια πράγματα. Έγινε τα πιένουν πίσω ρε φίλε, πρέπει να πιένουν μπροστά.
Yeah, φίλε, it's nearly fucking 2023. We need to stop fucking doing the shit we used to do years ago, man. Γι' αυτό μου νευριάζω, ρε φίλε. Θέλω να πιένουμε πίσω στα ίδια σκάτα. Yeah, obviously you're not going to keep Lennon there if he's not producing results. You're going to sack him, but I don't know, man. It's just the same story as last year, man. Results, the sacking. It's just την ίδια ιστορία, ρε φίλε. Την ίδια.
All right, okay, I'll tell you what. How about this one, yeah? Let's just break it down because we've gone on for like 36 minutes. I don't think we get anywhere in all fairness, right? Look, we know the club's philosophy. We want to blood youth. Okay? That is key. And Lennon did that. Okay? He played a lot of youngsters, especially last season in the Group B. We saw Sava, we saw Christou, we saw yada yada yada. These players, right? And that needs to continue. So the next guy that comes in needs to carry on that philosophy, right? But the next manager that comes in needs to realize that our transfer activity is substandard. It's substandard. Look how long it took us to get deals over the line this summer, right? Let's get it right. Karim was literally last minute signing. Hooper was on the final day after one training session. Why did they sign him?
You know very goddamn. That's very well the reason why they signed him, man.
That's exactly what it is. Barker, Matthews, and Hooper. And Matthews has been immense. I don't have a bad word to say about him.
No.
A bad word at all. He's probably been our best player this season, in all fairness.
Mr. Consistent.
Right? But then you look at other things. The Kasama deal. Had it not been for Baba Stavro, it wouldn't have happened. Because a certain someone didn't want to pay the fee, and Mr. Big Man steps in and says, no, let's get it done. You got it done. Bruno, that got done after fucking 4 transfer windows. Militic was out of the blue, great. You know, the left back, Gidsos, again, out of the blue, but it just seemed like it was a panic job, like it was in January. And speaking of January, that striker of ours, Matavs, nowhere to be seen. He's probably sitting on the Ganaber, right, watching the game last night, thinking this guy's fucked. And when he is fucked, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Let's see what happens now. Is he going to be back in the fold when a new manager comes in? Because is he going to be motivated to play, given the way that this club has treated him, like they treated Dura, like they treated Shepa? Let's get it right. Because if we're going to call out Lennon, which is what we've done, we need to call out other people as well. Let's get it right.
Πολλά σωστός.
I have the same haircut with Berg. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't do well at Anorthosis. I wouldn't get the Anorthosis job. I don't think Lako likes people with bald heads.
My God.
But anyway.
Έπληξες με μαλάκα.
But look, at the end of the day, right? And again, while I'm on this fucking rant, yeah, let's go back to let's fast forward to say January, when January comes, right? The next manager that comes in is going to look at the ages of these players as well, and he's going to see Justa and think, "Come on, man, like you're 34. How long have you got?" He's going to be out the door. So Justa probably knows that he's out the door in the summer. Meanwhile, we got our friends sitting there playing snakes and ladders in Hungary, or wherever he is at the moment, Czech Republic. You know, again,
God, man.
bring in a new manager. He's going to need to understand this club. I'll tell you what, any new manager that's in line to take over Omonoia, come and talk to us and we'll tell you all you need to know about the shit that's been happening. Yeah? And then you might think twice about coming to this club. Really and truly. Honestly. It takes the fucking piss.
So we're going in with Marius Nicolaou for Saturday against Paphos. Is Berg going to put us out of our misery unless we sign a coach?
What do you mean put us out of our misery? What do you mean? We're fucking miserable. We're miserable. You know? Fucking hell, it's like kicking someone in the balls when they had their dick cut off as well. Jesus. Honestly, man. Honestly. And the thing is, I know that there are going to be other fans of other clubs watching this and laughing their asses off. And good on them. Good fucking on them, because we deserve it. We deserve it. You know? I saw so many people on social media saying, oh, Omonoia sacked Lennon. How could they sack him after that immense performance against Man United? Motherfuckers, if these players didn't play the games of their lives against Man United, then they shouldn't be footballers. Yeah, it isn't Lennon that was on the pitch. And let's get this right, because you know what? I'm sick and tired of this rhetoric, right? It wasn't a Lennon masterclass. Yeah, if you're the head coach of Omonoia playing against Man United, you're going to go 5 at the back. You're going to try and keep it tight. You're going to get men behind the ball. You're going to try and hit them on the counter-attack. Any head coach would have done that. Okay, maybe not Bielsa because his team are like a fucking headless chickens. But no manager that's got any kind of brain would think that they could go toe-to-toe with Man United if they got a squad like ours. So this whole like, oh, you got, you know, Lennon was sacked and it's out of order because they put in a great performance against Man United. Motherfucker, they should have done that anyway. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just like, whatever.
So, πώς βλέπετε την επόμενη μέρα, ρε guys? Τι περιμένετε που το υπόλοιπο τούτης της σεζόν? Πιστεύετε ότι μπορούμε να σώσουμε κάτι? Τι θεωρείτε ότι η κίνηση έγινε εκτός που αγωνιστικούς, έγινε και άξιο αγωνιστικούς λόγους η φύγη του Lennon? What do you expect? Do you believe that we've got the squad to compete? Obviously, the next opportunity we have to sign players is in January. It's not too far, but, you know, having games with Paphos and Anorthosis coming up, what it is that you expect for the remainder of the season?
Confident θα μπούμε εξάδα, οξά δεύτερον group.
Γενικά, τι περιμένεις ρε φίλε? Τι περιμένεις που το υπόλοιπο?
Φίλε, εγώ σου πω.
Κόξαμε τον Lennon και γυρεύκουμε άλλον προπονητή. Τι περιμένεις?
Φίλε, το squad μας δεν μπορώ να πω είναι το καλύτερο που έχουμε, αλλά ρε φίλε, έχουμε παίχτες. I believe we do have a decent squad, man. But you need also someone that can properly manage, motivate, be good at tactics and overall. Να το τα βγάλει που μέσα του. Not every time fucking concede a goal and you go down now and ξέρεις να μου να κάνεις and fucking put a sub on the 91st minute just for an appearance fee. Λίγα πράγματα ρε φίλε, and it's logical shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just going to be confident for the sake of being confident that we'll get something out of this season, but I don't know.
What do you think still?
Bro, it's like I said, yeah. Man for man, this is probably the strongest squad in the league. Man for man, yeah, with the exception of 1 or 2 players, right? But it's the mentality. It's the mentality. And Lennon said it yesterday in the press conference. You know, the psychology. You know, we play Europa League and then we come back and we can't fucking get a tune out of these players against like Salamina, against IL. So again, we can win the league. It's not mathematically impossible, but realistically, if these players are just like, oh my God, we're playing Baralimni today, but we've got Sociedad next week. Do you see what I'm saying? It's mentality. That's all it is. But how can one manager change that mentality in a short period of time? It's not going to happen. Not with lot anyway. There's going to be big changes either in January or in the summer. How many players do we have out of contract anyway?
No, I'm not quite sure on that one. I'm not
I
sure.
don't think it's
I have
many.
to look into.
I don't think it's many.
Maybe Justek, sir.
All right, one. Lang signed a new contract. Jan signed a new contract. They've still probably got a year left after this season. You know, Barker's here till 2024. They signed a 2-year contract.
I doubt that guy will be here, man.
But he signed a 2-year. This is what I'm talking about. He signed a 2-year contract. It's not giving him a year like Hooper. 2 years. For what?
În 3 χρόνια που έδωκαν του Parker Noise.
Όχι ρε, 24 νομίζω. Μην μου πεις 25.
Oh
I think
my
it was
fucking
3 years.
Oh my fucking god, you're gonna cut his contract and pay him more. Oh my god. More money going out.
Φίλε, κοίτα, μες στα συμβόλαια μπορεί να έχουν και άλλες συμφωνίες, μπορεί να τους διούσει, ξέρω εγώ, 2 μηνιάτικα, 3 μηνιάτικα, έχει άλλα πράγματα τώρα μέσα, αλλά 2, Σαβίτσος δηλαδή 2. Εγώ είχα την εντύπωση ότι είναι 3 που το μπορεί να βιώσει.
It takes the piss, yeah? Because I keep saying this, right? It's all about mentality, right? When we won the title, right? And I don't like going back to this because that was done, right? We had a great time with that. You look at that squad from front to back, yeah? Yordi won the FA Cup with Wigan, yeah? Winning mentality. Vitor Gomez, I'm pretty sure he won some trophies in his time, yeah? Winner. Hubachan, winner, yeah? Lufner, winner. Shall I go on? Where are the winners in this fucking squad? Sorry for my language, yeah? Where are they? Where are they? Where are the mentality monsters? Yeah? Where are they? To go out on that pitch and look at the opponents and say, do you know what? I'll respect you because you're my opponent, but you're fucking shit, bruv. Like,
how many fucking times did I speak about the mentality and the winning and all this, Percy, when there was nothing?
Bro,
how the fuck can you do anything?
We've been saying this for time.
And we're getting fucking tired of saying the same fucking shit, ρε φίλε. Βάλουν νου, ρε φίλε. Θέλουν να φέρουν παίχτες.
Yeah, but
it's the same fucking shit.
I get that, man. I get that. Yeah, but the players that they brought in, forget Hooper and forget Barker. Yeah, I'm pushing them to one side. Yeah, Matthews knows how to win games, and we've seen how good he's been. Yeah, Kasama. Okay, the jury might still be out for many people, but I see a player there. I don't see anyone that shirks challenges. I don't see someone that doesn't like to take risks, because you need to take risks. Yeah. I don't see that player in him. I don't see a pussy. Yeah? I don't see that. Bruno, all right, talk to me about the stats all you want, but again, shambolic against Salamina. But in both games, in both legs. Shambolic. Yeah? That ain't the right mentality to have, bruv. Yeah? You might have pulled a 10 out of 10 performance against Real Madrid once in your life, and an 8 out of 10 against United at the Ghazi B. Well, is that your legacy, cuz? Seriously. Yeah? We signed him for what, 2-3 seasons? I don't want 2-3 seasons of like walking around the pitch, yeah, changing his boots, doing his hair, practicing his dancing. I don't need that kind of player. If I want that kind of player, I'll go to Michael Jackson's grave and dig him up. If that's what I want. I'll keep my kid away from him, but I'll dig him up. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'll keep my kid away from him.
But this is Omonoia, not Neverland, bruv. We're turning into a meme. Just a meme club now. And this is on the players. It ain't just on Lennon. Don't get me wrong. Lennon has got he's got his flaws, but really and truly, he ain't the guy that's on the pitch. He ain't the one missing chances from 6 yards out. He ain't the one playing, hospital passes in the middle of the park. He ain't the one not being able to deal with the header like Adam Lang the other day. As I said, clear your lines. He doesn't put any purchase on that header. Lennon ain't the one losing second balls. Lennon ain't the one tracking Thiago. So really and truly, yeah, Lennon is to blame for a lot of things, especially the demoralizing the players side of things. But he ain't on that fucking pitch.
I don't know, man.
It is a sign of weakness, man. I'm not having this. Stop getting all fucking cancel culture on me. I'm not having this. Yeah, I ain't Andrew Tate. You can't cancel me. Anyway, Andrew Tate's in Dubai. My mate Tam was with him.
Roy must have won the Joker yesterday. Εγώ λέω εσύ ποιον κρυφά 5-6 μπύρες και μπας στα high του τώρα ο Roy.
Εγώ νομίζω που φάρμακα που πίνω που κρυολογημένος ρε φίλε και επειδή είναι το τρίτο πότε κουράστηκα πολλά νομίζω. Κουράστηκα.
Και... Ω Παναγία μου Θεέ μου.
Έχει τίποτε άλλο που θέλετε να πείτε?
Δεν ξέρω ρε φίλε. I don't know. Still Roy. We're nearly on 1 hour on 50 minutes. What else you want to talk about?
Top G or still? What up G?
Top G.
No,
Top G.
No. Come on. There's only one top G. Relax. Listen. Let's get this right, yeah? Let's get this right. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is a meltdown, yeah? This coming from the City fan. Shall we talk about your club having meltdowns, yeah? Yeah? Anyway, you know. Listen, it's not irreparable, okay? This isn't irreparable. The season isn't over, okay? We've got these 7-8 games in the season, yeah? So it's not irreparable. But they need to make the right decisions and in terms of managerial appointment, and the manager needs to come in and galvanize this squad, which is going to be the difficult part. He's then going to have to play a style of football to get us results. But is it going to be a style of football that fans are going to be upset about? Because for me, give me 1-0s every day of the week. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Give me 1-0 every game until the end of the season. Because all that matters is winning titles. When you win the title, it doesn't have a little asterisk saying, oh, but they won the title by playing boring football. You don't. So I don't give a shit if the football's boring, as long as you win.
We've got a Salamina fan watching us. There you go.
Yeah? If we had a proper striker, your defense would have crumbled. I don't know, because I didn't see us create enough, especially in the first half, to agree with that. I mean, we were getting in behind. I mean, Salamina's left back was very, very good. Was it Elfori? Was he the Ghanaian lad? I don't know. Very, very good. But come on, man. No disrespect, yeah. But they brought in Marcatha. I felt more disrespected by that, in all fairness. I'm not going to get into that. But look, as I said, it's not irreparable. We need a manager that's going to come in and galvanize a squad and also identify where the leaders are and put them to one side. Because, again, no disrespect to the players that are out on that pitch the other day. Maybe Matthews, you could say, has got that in him, but he hasn't been at the club long enough. So are people going to be looking at him and saying, yeah, he's our leader? In fact, the only person out there that showed some balls, right, that got stuck in was Humber. But he's a kid. He's a kid. He ain't John Terry, bruv. John Terry, the Chelsea players were looking at him as a teenager thinking, yeah, he's going to be the man. Yeah, he had it. Humber ain't John Terry. He ain't a racist either, but anyway. But listen, and I don't think he's going to shag his best mate's missus as well. Anyway, so I just think that, yeah, we need to identify the leaders, but we also need to bring in these leaders. That's why I'm seeing, Michael in Czech Republic. He's available on a free. Give him the captain's, bring him in and give him the captain's armband. Do it. But what the fuck do I know? Nada y nada.
Man, this fucking dog's a cunt.
Well, listen, your dog is saying more than you are, bruv, so don't...
Man, I'm lost. Είμαι χαμένος, ρε φίλε, με το τι γίνεται. Λέω τα ίδια και τα ίδια.
His teammate's wife, that's what I meant. Wayne Bridge was his best mate. Anyway. But yes, such as life.
Καλοκαίρι, φίλε.
Such as life. But hey, look, at the end of the day, right, we can say if, buts, and maybes. Yeah, that's all it is right now. Ifs, buts, and maybes. The fact is, someone put up a message saying Andreas said that the next head coach is going to be at the Buffalo game. Is that right?
Έτσι είπε μπούντο και ο Ανδρέας ο Δημητρίου ότι να προσπαθήσουν να τον έχουν ανώει στον πάγκο ή στο γήπεδο στην Κύπρο να το Σαββατό δάμε. So that shows that...
So what are Omonoia going to do? Is it going to be like a face reveal? Is this like the Masked Singer or something? They're going to, as soon as the guy gets off the plane, they're going to put him in like a Darth Vader outfit and have him walking through Larnaca Airport. You can't see who it is. We're going to reveal him against Buffer. Like it's The Undertaker coming back. What? Put him on the bench, take the mask off. And it's Michael Jackson.
Love Michael Jackson, huh?
God almighty. Yeah, of course he did.
Roma, you want to wrap it up if no one else has something to say? I'm going to miss this.
Εντάξει, δεν μπορούμε να κάνουμε ώρα. Πάμε να πω τα ίδια πράγματα που πάμε τόση ώρα. Ο Λένον έφυγε, τέλειωσε, αποτελεί παρελθόν.
Αρέσκει μου το στο style σου σήμερα.
Listen. Before you wrap it up, I know I've said a lot, yeah? There's one thing I want to say. I'm going to say it right now. I think Grigori should be head coach. I think Grigori should wear the number 10. I think Grigori should be the guy that washes the kits. We should change the club's name to Grigoria Nicosia.
I'm trying to hold myself in.
Do it. Give him everything. Let him do everything. Let him go off.
Clip this. You know, I'm going to clip this.
Έλα.
Yes, Rizvani. Give him the armband. Yeah, he's got more fucking character. He's got more heart.
Λοιπόν, ναι. Είτε διαφωνούσαμε για το χρόνο και την ώρα που έφυγε ο Λένον, όλοι μπορούμε να συμφωνήσουν ότι...
Rodri Giggs, you Malaga.
Rodri taking the piss, man, always.
Piss take.
Fucking fix your fantasy team, Rod. It's so shit.
Πουλάρις. Ναι, έφυγε να αποτελεί παρελθόν ο Λένον. Αν πιστεύουμε ότι ήταν ο μόνος που ευθύνεται για την εικόνα την γενική που είδαμε, τότε να κάνουμε ακόμα πιο μεγάλα λάθη που συμβήκασαν. Επαναλαμβάνω, πρέπει η ομάδα να έχει ένα πιο μακροπρόθεσμο όραμα and stick to it. Πρέπει να έρθουν άνθρωποι που ξέρουν που ποδόσφαιρο και καταλαβαίνουν το και να μεγαλώσουν το κλαμπ το ίδιο. Και μες τούτη την προσπάθεια δεν περισσεύει κανένας. Δηλαδή πρέπει και ο κόσμος να τζαμε πρώτα απ' όλα και πρέπει και οι ειδικοί επιτέλους να κάνουν deflate λίγο τα οίκος τους κάποιοι και να αφήσουν κόσμο να δουλέψει επαγγελματικά και με σωστόν τρόπο. Όπως, δηλαδή ο Άρης και η Πάφος είναι να που κάνουν. Follow what they are doing. Just follow what they're doing.
No matter what.
If you can't, you know, think about something else to do, απλά just copy what someone else is doing every day.
There's a nice comment. Roy for pep talk στα ποδητήρια, Michael for uplifting music and Stel what the players would face if they lost. That's a nice team, I think.
Yeah.
That's a nice team. Κάτι να κάνει τούτος. Κάτι να κάνει.
Stick that up their fucking asses. Come on, boys. You lose this game, bend over. Ella, ξύλο μες στον κόλον σας.
Anyway, boys.
No repaña. Fuck on Robbie. BetOnAlfa.com.cy. The best website, the best betting website. Gamble responsibly. Don't gamble your life savings, all right? Don't bet on Omonoia winning on Sunday.
Ναι, αλλά να πω κάτι ρε παιδιά, δαμε πάλι είπα το και χτες του Μάκη και αύριο να χάσω που είναι Πάφον να θέλω να δω το μάτσο με ένα όρθωση και να χάσω που είναι όρθωση να θέλω το άλλο και το άλλο και το άλλο. I can't wait to see Omonoia. Ανυπομονώ να παίξω τα επόμενα παιχνίδια. Να κλείσουμε Γιάννα μου αφού έχει τόση ώρα που μάχουμε να κλείσω ρε Γιάννα μου να με ξαναστείλουν σε έναν και ο άντρας σου δαμε, επελάναμε. Η Άννα και ο Λουίς ζευκάρουν και ψυχολόγοι. Το λοιπόν. So anyway, πάμε σιλάκα μου Πάμε σιλάκα μου, πάμε σιλάκα μου. Φτιάω, λε μαύρε, γαμώ το σύστο μου. Πάμε. Λακά, παιδί.